Hello everyone, my name is Xavier Alarcón and I am PhD candidate in the University of Girona. I am going to present this paper called Psychological Well-Being of Unaccompanied Migrant Youth in the Transition to Adulthood. And the co-authors of this paper are Oscar Prieto Flores and Magdalena Bobowick. First of all, it is necessary to explain the reality of most unaccompanied youth that have been participating in this research. All of them, or almost all of them, got access to minor protection services and they were under the tutelage of the Catalan administration. Currently, they turned 18 or recently they turned 18 and they are in the program of transition to adulthood promoted by the Catalan administration, where housing and the assistance of community workers is provided until they turn 21. It is important to explain that they suffer strong selection for get access to this program of transition. Also, during this period, between 17 and 21, they have difficulties in getting their legal and administrative permits, what has severe consequences for their mental health and settlement process. In this context appears the mentoring program called Reference, initiated by Punt de Referencia Association in 1998. The main goal of this program is to support youth without family networks of support that were under the tutelage of Catalan administration, so it is not a specified program for unaccompanied minors transitioning to adulthood. But in fact, almost all participants are former unaccompanied minors that live in Barcelona metropolitan areas, in shelter flats. Mostly they are from Morocco, Algeria or sub-Saharan countries. The aim of this longitudinal mixed method inquiry was to identify the effects of the mentoring program on youth psychological well-being and on their expected or desired educational outcomes. We did 44 surveys. We started with 32 youth from the mentored group in the first wave, but 7 months later, when the mentoring program finished, we just could find 21. At the same time, we did 26 surveys with youth that were not participating in the mentoring program in the first wave, and we finished with 23 youth in the control group. Regarding the qualitative fieldwork, we did a little focus group with 4 former unaccompanied youth for talk about their necessities and difficulties in this stage of life, what was really useful for construct a semi-structured interview. We did 30 interviews, 10 with youth from the control group, 10 with youth from the mentored group, and 10 with their mentors. The paired samples t-test and the effect sizes showed that self-esteem, resilience, and youth hope variables increased significantly in the mentoring but not in the control group. We did not find a statistically significant intervention time or interaction effects for psychological distress, and no statistical significant change in distress from time 1 to time 2 was detected across the 2 groups in the paired samples t-tests. The McNemar test revealed a statistically significant change in educational aims from time 1 to time 2 in the mentoring group. Almost half of the mentees initially believed that it is only feasible for them to achieve a lower level of education, but they were more optimistic about their future education after participation. In contrast, no statistically significant change in educational expectations was detected in the control group, where 47.80% of participants maintained their lower educational expectations over time. Furthermore, we coded the materials and triangulated data of the results derived from meanings about resilience, feelings about oneself, hope, and educational futures in order to provide a more holistic sense than that provided by the quantitative results. I am going to show you 2 extracts from the interviews, one of them from a mentored youth interview and the other one from a non-mentored youth. Youth who have broader social support because of their participation in a mentoring program improved their psychological well-being outcomes, and such support provided them with emotional stability to look for higher educational expectations and a safer transition to adulthood. Those who have less caring relationships, such as those from the control group, counted on the support of care workers who helped them with filling in the formalities in their transition to adulthood, but most of them felt left emotionally on their own. Concluding, effect sizes of programs which have a clear targeted population and are more problem-specific, such as the one we studied, tend to be higher and double those of programs with non-specific approaches. Results shows the existing and absent dialogues unaccompanied youth have with their caregivers, and how the existing social categorization and expectations of them may be challenged with a more holistic assessment connected to their hopes and perspectives. And that's all. Thank you for watching the video. See you in the question and answer session.